Welcome back, lovely people. We're heading on one of our most popular tour opportunities that we have here at Cruise1st now, as we whisk you off to the Rocky Mountains of Canada for an exhilarating train journey of a lifetime on the Rocky Mountaineer, with a bird's eye view of the most stunning and ever-changing scenery, and journeying from Calgary to Vancouver in style. And, of course, there must be a cruise just around the corner. So let's cruise Alaska in the smartest, most elegant style with Celebrity Cruises on board the Solstice, where you can glacier watch while enjoying champagne and a picnic on the Lawn Club. Sounds incredible. And if you've got room in the case, I'll only take up a very, very small corner of it. The adventure begins then on the 4th of August next year, and our flight out of the UK over to Calgary in Canada. Full of anticipation and excitement, go and check into your hotel, and the following morning let us take care of everything as we take you on a fully escorted Rocky Mountains tour experience. Here's Mark with a flavour of what you've got to look forward to.
Welcome to the Western Canadian province of Alberta. On your arrival into Calgary, you'll be greeted at the airport and transferred by limousine to your hotel for a one-night stay where you'll have the evening to enjoy this vibrant city at your own leisure. The next morning, you'll begin your amazing adventure into the Rockies as you journey through to Banff. Here, you'll take in a full-day tour, starting with the spectacular Bow Falls, where you'll witness the roaring rapids before a trip to Surprise Corner, where the views are sure to take your breath away. It's then on to the incredible hoodoos to experience these rare and unique structures that were formed over thousands of years. Be sure to take the opportunity to ride the fabulous Banff Gondola to the top of Sulphur Mountain, where you'll enjoy 360-degree views of the town and the surrounding mountains. After an action-packed day of exploration, you'll stay overnight in Banff before enjoying the whole of day 3 at your own leisure. Why not feel the fresh mountain air, watch for wildlife, and get adventurous on the town's largest lake? This is the magnificent Minnewanka, where you can take a guided boat tour to enjoy the beauty of the water and the breathtaking scenery of the Rockies all around you. As you reach day 4, the excitement will be at boiling point as you board the world-famous Rocky Mountaineer, taking you on the first passage to the west, an historic journey that retraces the route of the great 19th century explorers. Let your imagination travel along with the first pioneers across rushing rivers, through magnificent canyons, alongside sheer rock faces, but with the unparalleled luxury and service the early explorers could never have dreamed of. On board, you'll never miss a moment of the awe-inspiring scenery and wildlife, with amazing panoramic views from the oversized glass dome windows and outdoor viewing area. Master storytellers on board will provide an expert commentary as you enjoy spacious surroundings and delicious gourmet food for breakfast and lunch, served in the comfort of your seat with alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages included. Today's highlights include the Continental Divide, the Spiral Tunnels, the Kicking Horse Canyon, Rogers Pass, and Craigellachie, where the last spike of the Canadian Pacific Railway was driven. You'll arrive into Kamloops by the early evening and transfer to your hotel with time to explore the city or relax and unwind. The next morning, it's back on board the Rocky Mountaineer as you continue your journey west onto Vancouver. Take in the dramatic changes in scenery from the desert-like environment of the interior through winding river canyons and pristine forests to the coast and Cascade Mountains and the lush green fields of the Fraser Valley. Highlights today include the steep slopes and rock sheds along the Thompson River and the rushing waters of Hell's Gate in the Fraser Canyon. Upon your arrival at the Vancouver Rocky Mountaineer station, you'll be transferred to your hotel for a 2-night stay for you to soak up more of this cosmopolitan city with giant street art murals and hipster spots nestled next to historic buildings. Perhaps take a leisurely stroll through Stanley Park or a meander on cobblestone streets in Gastown. It's an incredible land and rail tour that really gives you the ultimate luxury Rockies experience from Calgary through Banff, Kamloops and into Vancouver.
Which all looks rather stunning, doesn't it? Absolutely brilliant. I mean, the Rocky Mountaineer, it's funny, I could show you hours and hours and hours of video of footage on board the Rocky Mountaineer. It would show you next to nothing, just a small snapshot. And the great thing is, like every cruise, every Rocky Mountaineer train journey is completely different because, you know, the sights and sounds that are in front of you are very, very different. You're meeting different people on board. So everyone has very much their own kind of bespoke holiday. And the accommodation as well of the evening, and that lovely camaraderie of the people that you're traveling with, because you travel by day during the train and then have this wonderful accommodation, you know, up in the mountains in the evening, just sounds amazing. And again, to have all of that escorted all of the way through and served up in such style looks amazing. And of course, that's just chapter one of this story, because there's another chapter to come, and that, of course, with us being Cruise First, is the cruise. But in this case, the cruise is second. And we are going to cruise around Alaska with Celebrity Cruises, 5-star cruising, of course, and we're on the Celebrity Solstice this time, which is wonderful. And I just honestly can't think of a better juxtaposition in life than being up on that lawn club. And listen, I know I'm only too well aware that every time we see the footage for the Celebrity Solstice, I go on and on and on about the lawn club. But just picture yourself for a second. You've got the glaciers in the background, and there you are on the lawn club. Okay, it might be, you know, you might have a bit of a jacket on, keeping warm, and a blanket over your legs and whatever, but you'll be looking out into the Alaskan wilderness. For me, that I just think would be magical, because that's like something that you would never do, that you would never dream of, that kind of takes you completely out of your ordinary, which I think is great. Of course, these ships are amazing. The Celebrity Cruises ships are so stylish, all like a 5-star hotel, all of just have this amazing standard. I mean, from your accommodation, from your stateroom, which is just so beautiful and wonderful and luxurious, you won't want to leave it. You'll just want to get room service sent to the room every single night. But then you step out into, for instance, the Grand Epernay, which is one of the main restaurants there, see that lovely wine tower in the centre there, and the wine selection, of course, with Celebrity is impeccable. And then you see the way the food is served up, and so many different choices as well. Main dining, speciality dining, you've got Italian, you've got steak, you've got so much more as well, fresh seafood. So cruising by no means is all about, you know, stuffing full of stodge for a whole week. It really is about as much or as little as you want to. Here's one of the specialty restaurants there, Le Petit Chef, with the little animations there. And then there's things that go on, impromptu entertainment around the ship as well. It can be live musicians that pop up around the ship. It can be live entertainments, the amazing show. And sometimes it can just be watching the world go by from somewhere like the Sky Observatory Lounge. And of course, you can be playing and dancing and raving and misbehaving into the wee small hours as you want to. But this is a cruise about experience, really, isn't it? This is a cruise about saying, okay, yeah, now I've cruised Alaska. Now I get what everyone talks about when they talk about the magic of Alaska and one of these cruises. And Celebrity is absolutely perfect in terms of shore excursions and opportunities as well along the cruise. I just think you will absolutely love it. So here we go. Out of Vancouver, and we go cruise the Inside Passage first to the icy Strait Point. And again, lots of adventures, as you can see here. Wildlife tours, go zip riding, which would be quite nice to do in Alaska. Take a kayak adventure if you're brave enough. And then we go to the Hubbard Glacier, of course, which is one of the biggest and most sort of spectacular. Whale watching again, watching the glaciers carving is going to be one of the most special experiences. And again, that's how I can tell you that every single cruise that goes to Alaska is unique, is different in terms of the scenery around you. Golden eagles, whales, these incredible glacial landscapes here. Mendenhall, of course, is one of the world's largest glaciers there. There will be really up close and personal experiences that you can take to these glaciers as well. Ketchikan, of course, steeped in history, the home of the totem pole, wonderful fresh salmon, just lovely kind of Alaskan life. You get a real kind of sense and a feel for how life is in this part of the world as well. So it's quite an imposing landscape really in this part of the world, isn't it? So when you look at the overall here, what we've got is that wonderful escorted tour experience taking you right the way across the Rocky Mountains, of course, from Calgary, ultimately over to Vancouver. And then the chapter 2 of this is that magical Alaskan cruise on the Celebrity Solstice as well. So what I would say to you right now is that this is the perfect holiday for those of you who are looking for something utterly and completely different. A tour and cruise package with masses of variety, included in the price, of course, your flight out to Calgary, that chance to explore and travel across the Rocky Mountains on that wonderful Rocky Mountaineer train journey, ever-changing scenery, wonderful accommodation included, and then, of course, in Vancouver, your chance to cruise in style with Celebrity on the solstice for a week of Alaskan views and sights. On the cruise, by the way, classic drinks are included and Wi-Fi, which is fantastic, and of course we'll fly you back from Vancouver at the end of the holiday. Deposit today on this, $649 per person. This is an epic adventure. This is one of those adventures which normally, you know, you might do once a decade. You might do once every 3 decades, for instance, an experience like this. So it's worth stretching out just that little bit further to have that wonderful experience, that unforgettable experience, something that doesn't just stay with you, you know, like a week in Cornwall. You might have a wonderful holiday there, but you forget it very, very easily if it's something you do very regularly. This is a holiday that stays here and stays here in your heart for a long, long time, and you'll have stories to tell to friends, to family, to anyone that will listen, pretty much for the rest of your lifetime as well. Now, if you want to know more about this offer, just call our team here, 0800 953 4700, and just quote this reference here, CEL 293, because you might have questions, you might want advice, you might want to tailor the package even further, and you absolutely can. That's not a problem. Now, this package is also available on the 18th of August next year, and if you would like details and a price for that, again, just talk to the team on 0800 953 4700. While we're sticking with this date for next summer, let's have a look at the upgrades on the cruise, because this is an excellent opportunity, of course, because you're taking an Alaskan cruise, all about the scenery, all about the experience. As I say, this might be a holiday that you might do once only in, 20, 30 years. So maybe you do want to, if you're going to indulge, you're going to indulge, the full 9 yards here. Well, we have got a special offer on this date, as you see. So for an ocean view price, we'll upgrade you to a balcony. So if you want to take advantage of that, it's kind of like we'll meet you halfway. You upgrade to ocean view, we'll upgrade you again to a balcony for there, but for an ocean view upgrade price, which is wonderful. And thank you so much to Celebrity as well for working with us on this offer. We have an amazing tour team which deal with experiences right the way around the world. So we have quite a few packages that can incorporate the Rocky Mountaineer as well. The Rocky Mountaineer is a very, very special train journey experience. We can team it up with other cruise lines at other times of the year as well. So again, talk to the team about that. And if you're thinking about really seeing the world, there are lots more places that we can take exciting tours from as well, from the Golden Triangle of India to so many more as well. I've run out of time, I can't believe it. Honestly, I wanted to tell you so much more, but the clock has beaten me. So I'll hand you over to our team right now who are there at the other end of that phone line. 0800 953 4700. Any questions you've got whatsoever about any of the details on that offer, you can get help with our team. But if you do take this experience, have an absolutely wonderful time, and I can't wait to hear all about it when you get back. See you later.